Chi-Chi hummed to herself contently as she plated the last dish, savoring the aroma of her delicious cooking. She wiped her hands on her apron and beamed with excitement as she heard a knock on the door. Gohan and his lovely family had finally arrived. Goten was already at the table, sitting eagerly with a playful grin, ready to dig in to a delicious meal that awaited him. Chi-Chi smiled at her son with pride, knowing he was always the first at the table. "Can you bless the food, Goku?" Chi-Chi asked, preparing for a hearty feast. Goku closed his eyes, placing his hands together, and began to pray. Startling everyone, there was a knock at the door. Goku's face lit up as he sensed an unusual power level. He was certain he recognized it. His excitement grew as he rushed to the door, muttering to the others, "Stay seated." To their amazement, it was none other than the Man of Steel, Superman. "Hey, how about our rematch?" the superhero said with a smile. "Sure, but we were about to sit down for dinner. Do you want to join us?" Goku replied. As the two titans sat down at the table to enjoy the meal, there came another knock at the door. This time it was Krillin, looking frantic and nervous. Frieza is coming," Krillin stuttered out, barely able to form a coherent sentence. He relayed what he had heard. Bulma had received a deep space transmission from Frieza, and the nefarious villain was set to arrive on Earth in just 3 weeks. Goku's face grew serious, but he remained calm. He knew the Z-Fighters had to prepare for the worst. "Don't worry, Krillin," he said reassuringly. "We'll be ready for him." Goku knew they needed more help. He and Vegeta at their best were no match for Frieza in his newest form. It was clear the only way to stand a chance against Frieza was to train even harder than ever before. He remembered hearing about Bulma's latest invention, a hyperbolic time chamber that was far more advanced than the one they used before. She had created it using her future time machine tech. Just the thought of it made him shudder. He knew that his only chance was to undergo an intense training regimen in the chamber. But could he really endure such a grueling experience? Even as he pondered the question, his mind was made up. He couldn't let his friends and family down. He would enter the time chamber, no matter the cost. But Goku knew that he couldn't do it alone. He needed someone to spar with, to help push him to his limits, and even further. That was when he had an idea. "Hey, Superman," Goku said, turning to face the Man of Steel. "Would you do me a favor and spar with me in Bulma's time chamber?" Superman looked at him, his eyes flashing with a hint of amusement. "Are you sure you're ready for that?" Goku didn't hesitate. "I have to be." Superman nodded in understanding. It was clear that Goku was determined to do whatever it took to save the world. "Very well, I'll do it." Goku felt a surge of gratitude flow through him. It was clear that he had found someone he could trust, someone who would help him make it through the grueling training he was about to endure. He called Bulma up on the phone and explained the situation to her, asking if she could help him train in the time chamber. To his surprise, she had a gift for Superman as well. "I've been working on a device that will allow you to take full advantage of your ability to absorb sunlight," Bulma said, sounding excited. "I heard Vegeta talking about it, and I thought it might be useful to you." Goku listened intently as Bulma explained the device's function. Feeling grateful to have such a talented scientist on his side, with her help and Superman's, he knew that he might just have a chance to defeat Frieza. As Goku and his companion made their way to Capsule Corp, a quiet sense of disappointment filled Goku's mind. "I really hope Frieza had turned his life around," he thought to himself. After all, the two had fought side by side in the Tournament of Power, and for a moment, Goku had glimpsed a new side of his old enemy. But those thoughts were interrupted the moment they arrived. Vegeta was already there, his power level visibly increased thanks to Bulma's newest invention. Goku couldn't help but feel impressed, as his friend and rival was actually one step ahead this time. But before Goku could even speak a word of praise, Vegeta barked out, "Kakarot! You fool, I warned you that Frieza was not to be trusted." Goku only grinned in response, feeling right at home in the prince's playful taunts, but knew that the situation was much more dire than ever. "Nice to see you too, Vegeta," he retorted, "but are you ready to train or not?" The two veteran warriors locked eyes, each playfully daring the other to make the first move. For Goku and Vegeta, training had long been one of the few things that could bring them together as friends, even if they never admitted it out loud. Goku turned to Vegeta and Superman, his eyes blazing with determination. "Here's the plan," he said. "We'll train in the hyperbolic time chamber for 16 days, and we'll push ourselves to maintain our most powerful forms throughout the entire time. For me, that means Ultra Instinct. For you, Vegeta, it'll be Ultra Ego. And Superman, you'll use Bulma's solar device to absorb as much sunlight as possible. Together, we'll become the most powerful beings in the universe. Vegeta stared at Goku in disbelief. "You're insane, Kakarot," he muttered under his breath. But Goku wasn't deterred. "I know it sounds crazy," he said, "but it's our only shot. We have to be ready for whatever Frieza throws at us." Superman nodded in agreement, his eyes focused on the task at hand. "I'm ready," he said simply. Vegeta smirked, eyeing Goku with a mixture of admiration and amusement. "I like it," he said. "I just hope you and the buffoon in the cape are able to keep up." Goku grinned back, feeling a sense of camaraderie with his old rival. It was true, he and Superman were very different, but for now, they had a common goal. Together, they would push themselves to their limits in the time chamber and prepare themselves for whatever lay ahead.